So for those of you who might know how long ago that was. So this is remarks to the National Conference of Christians and Jews in New York, March 23rd of 1982. The great communicator said, "America has already succeeded where so many other historic attempts at freedom have failed. Already we've made this cherished land the last best hope of mankind. It's up to us, in our generation, to carry on the hallowed task. It's up to us, however we may disagree on policies, to work together for progress and humanity so that our grandchildren, and when our grandchildren look back on us, they can truly say that not only did we preserve the flame of freedom, but we cast its warmth and light further than those that came before us." So you can imagine at 13, I wasn't really impressed. I wasn't really sure what she was trying to tell me. I didn't realize that I was that generation that she was trying to speak to, and now I do. Obviously, I learned it a little bit earlier on as I had my career in politics, and thanks to Mom, realized why that was so important. So I've always remembered this, especially as I took time working for people like Jeff Crank and Bob Beaupre, who were also dear friends of Mom, and knew how much time she dedicated to the people she believed in and the party that she loved. This was something that Mom felt was a duty for Americans to do. Can you imagine spending over 20 years as the Republican Party chairperson and not once skipping a beat from walking precincts, getting to do the get out the vote calls, knocking on your door to tell you why the candidate she's supporting deserves to be elected, and why this party was so dear to her? And then on top of that, can you imagine also spending 20 years crafting homemade lasagna for the government class to send as many students as possible to Washington, D.C. to learn the next generation and why it's important to be involved in our government and know what our government can do and the ability that we have to somewhat control that. And that was very important to Mom. Mom truly believed that everything she did truly made a difference. The candidates that she chose to support were very special people, two of whom are up here tonight that I want to recognize because Mom loved you both dearly. And when I had the privilege to work for both of you, said you'll know when you chose the right candidate because they're just like your dad. And she was right, they were. I'm so sorry. Mom believed that every vote made a difference. And Bob, you well know from your first election that it sure does. She was the reason that I still believe that walking precincts and telling people why you believe what you do is important. And I believe that for somebody like Frank McMurray, Charlotte Smith, and Karen Adams, who have also received the award, for us to learn from them that passion is what truly leaves a legacy. And if there was anybody who left a legacy behind, it was Nancy O'Connor. And for those of you who didn't know her, I hope that you'll start to realize her legacy through all the others in this room who did know her and who know her story to share with you. She was an amazing woman who believed in America and in its government and believed that the fact that we were blessed enough to live in this nation warranted the duty to give back to it. And many of us do that in different ways. Some of us put on the uniform and serve in the armed forces and give the ultimate sacrifice of time to our country. And others serve by volunteer work and doing things like the Lincoln Day dinner and supporting your party. And it's equally as important to your party and to the government officials that get elected. And I hope that you realize, for those of you who do that work, how important it is and how much of a legacy you are leaving to my generation and the generations that will come after me. I hope that people can remember Mom's name and ask us who she was and why this award is named after her, so that we can continue to educate those generations on why things like this are important. She now has the award that bears her name, rightfully so. She was very well deserving of such a thing, as well as the dinner who bears her name, the Nancy O'Connor Lasagna Dinner, that still sends government class kids every year to Washington, D.C. This year, I was proud to be at that dinner as well and talk to some of the kids who are going to go to Washington, D.C. And a lot of them said, you know, who was Nancy O'Connor? And I'm still honored to answer that question and tell people about who she is. So for those of you who didn't know her, I hope that you'll talk to some of those maybe at your table tonight who did know her and get to know some of the stories. There are many, being the party chair for as long as she was, but she always had a smile on her face and had something nice to say about everybody, Democrats included. So she was a woman who left a fabulous legacy for our party and our community. For those of you who had the honor of having her help you on campaigns, I think you would probably agree that she left a lasting impression and probably made quite a bit of difference in the work that she did for you. She obviously is somebody I will always hold dear and am so proud to be associated with. If I could be half the person that she is, I would call that quite an accomplishment. So thank you guys very much for allowing me to be part of this award. Frank, you are one of those people who have taught my generation what's important. And I so appreciate your time and service to our party. And in honor of Mom, I just want to congratulate you for receiving the award this year. They are big shoes to fill, and you fill them very well. I hope we can all strive to be just like you and Mom and Charlotte and Karen. And the award recipients who have gotten this award are very similar to Mom in the fact that they're very dedicated and have a lot of passion for what we all believe in and why we're all here tonight. So in honor of those that came before you and in honor of Mom, I just want to congratulate you and say thank you for being here and for the service that you've given to the party.
Amber to present this to you, and then we'd like to hear a few words from you, if you wouldn't mind. Congratulations, Frank. Here you go.
I didn't prepare a speech. Connie said to say thanks and sit down. Nobody wants to listen to me anyway. But I've got to say a few words. I look out across here and there's a lot of people that I see that knew Nancy. And a lot of people didn't. Those at your table that didn't know her asked about her. She was truly a remarkable woman. I said I wasn't going to get emotional. Cowboys don't do that. So much for that. But anyway, she was in the Republican Party for years and years and years, and she put the Chaffee County Republican Party on the name back in Washington, D.C., and Colorado, and the district, in the county, and we haven't found anybody that would really replace her. She must have made 1,000 pies. Bob Bourbet, I think, happened to have a taste or two of those, and they were pretty good, weren't they, Bob? And she probably cooked enough lasagna for the government class and the Republican Party that it would cover several football fields. She just was magic at that. And one of the remarkable things about Nancy, I never heard her say a bad word about anybody. There were some good times and bad times in the Republican Party, but I never did hear her say an ill word about anybody, even the Democrats, which I think is really remarkable. But I'll tell you what, you don't know how proud I am in order to receive this award. It seems to me like there's a whole bunch more out there that deserve it more than me. This is what happened, and I want to thank you, Republican Central Committee meeting and the Republican Party. It's something I'll cherish the rest of my life.